There's no intimidation. There's no fear between these two men. I do believe, in my opinion, that they have a great deal of respect for each other. The Game, the cerebral assassin. One of the great mat wrestlers of any generation. A great strategist. But when you talk about tricks of the trade king and knowing every shortcut to take, Hogan knows them very well. He invented a lot of them. Test of strength here, collar and elbow tie-up. And Triple H, the stronger of the two in that exchange.
We saw that sign earlier in the crowd, battle of the biceps. Both of these guys with tremendous physiques. We're going to see who's the stronger.
Another collar and elbow tie-up. Hogan with the leverage advantage, a little taller than the Game. And again, the Game getting underneath Hogan and shoving Hogan off. So marking his territory as maybe the most intense WWF champion that any of us have ever seen.
Listen, listen. This is what he needs, JR. This is what he's going to feed off of. Those Hulkamaniacs.
It's like the 12th man in football, the 6th man in basketball, all these Hulkamaniacs, they motivate Hogan. And Hogan just got motivated enough to shove the Game and overpower the champion back into the corner.
There it is! Look at it!
Hogan is using the adrenaline provided from these Hulkamaniacs to his full advantage, but the question still remains, will it be enough? Triple H looking at a lock up here, another little test of strength. The Greco-Roman knuckle lock, at least Triple H seems to be ready, willing, and able.
I think Triple H honestly feels that he is the stronger.
We're about to find out. He may be. The Game is a stallion, I'll tell you that.
And he would love to prove that point to Hogan. That would be a tremendous ego deflator for Hogan.
And the Game has got the youth on his side in this particular matchup. And Hogan now, with that leverage advantage, with the height, now on top of the Game, pressing the Game down. Hogan winning this test of strength.
Look at it.
And the Game gutting it out. Regaining the advantage. The Game now on top of his Game, taking Hogan down to a knee. And this crowd trying to encourage Hollywood Hulk Hogan to fight back into it. But the Game's got something to say about that. Triple H here in the early going, attempting to dominate Hollywood Hulk Hogan.
Here comes Hogan.
Hogan out, just took a deep breath. He's trying to gut it out here, get back up to that vertical base, and is successful in doing that. And now Hogan, can Hogan regain the advantage on the Game, and the Game not giving Hogan that opportunity, getting into the overhand wrist lock on Hollywood Hulk Hogan. And now the Game putting Hogan down, back down to one knee. That overhand wrist lock.
Now that's a clever maneuver on the part of Triple H. He's using that leverage.
Senior referee Earl Hebner in good position. He's asking Hogan if he wanted to give it up, and that's his job. But I think Earl even knew, as we did, Hogan's going to say no, and he did.
I hope Flair's watching this. Even more importantly, I hope Earl Hebner doesn't make a mistake in this match like Flair made in that Undertaker Austin match.
And that was certainly unfortunate. High stakes matchup as that was.
They're going to spring to Hulk Hogan.
This one is even more high stakes.
He's about to reverse that leverage.
Hogan now turn it into the side headlock on the Game. So Hogan, he can get very basic, and I think we'll see that from Hogan in this matchup. That's hard shoulder tackle. And Hogan again trying to insert his will in this matchup and do a little intimidating of his own with his massive size and physique.
This is like a chess match right here, JR. These guys are just, they're just feeling each other out right now.
As big and powerful as these two are, the first man to make a huge mistake obviously is going to perhaps not only lose, but may lose more than just the match. As powerful as these men are. Certainly want to thank all of our fans for staying up late with us in the UK.
Oh, did you see that slam, JR?
I did, and slapped Hogan and got slapped the taste out of his mouth.
Well, you know what he's doing there. You know what? That Triple H was, that's a momentum shifter right there. He was trying to take these Hulkamaniacs completely out of this match. Look at Triple H go now, JR.
And that did it. Triple H now pounding away on Hollywood Hulk Hogan. Got him back in the corner. Hard right hand, that tape right hand of the game, beating Hogan down in the corner. So the fans from all over the world got to be, as we are, extremely interested in the outcome of this contest. The young lion, the game, there you see him in magnificent shape. Has fought his way back from serious injury against the older lion. A man in his late 40s that has not had a WWF title match since 1993. And Hogan, hot back body drop, taking the game up and over. And Hogan coming with a very basic clothesline, using his power and his strength here.
You're right, JR. They're watching this all over the world. They're watching the Hulkamaniac take charge now.
Come on, Hogan. Come on.
And they're watching this right now in England. It's like 3:30 in the morning there.
Hogan on that second rope, mounting the game, hammering down those big right hands. And Hogan not going to do anything fancy. That's not his style. He is a power guy. But the game is, in my view, certainly more multi-faceted as far as his in-ring technique is concerned. And Triple H, no momentum.
Oh, man. Look at that knee.
Triple H's own momentum bit him in the backside that time as Hogan elevated the game over the top. And the game on the outside. Here comes Hogan out to get him. Hollywood Hulk Hogan. Oh, can he capture lightning in a bottle one more time? That has been the question we have asked ourselves. And Hogan scores with the right hand.
Well, you know, oh man,
that's going to give him that wall.
Even though Hulk lost the match at WrestleMania to The Rock, he won back his legions of Hulkamaniac fans.
Game Rick in the eyes, trying to slow down Hulk Hogan.
Oh, you got to be kidding me.
And Hollywood Hulk Hogan. Oh, Hogan. Suplex, he's trying to block it. Hogan squatting down, and then he into the suplex of his own. And the game's back splattering on the outside after the suplex of the challenger for the Undisputed Championship.
Come on, Hogan, inside. Freeze.
A count out would mean that the game would retain the Undisputed title. As Hogan now rakes the eyes, much as Triple H did earlier.
Should Hulk Hogan win this and become the Undisputed Champion, then Triple H, well, he becomes the undisputed property of SmackDown.
I wouldn't like that at all if I were the game. I don't know how you could even endure that.
What?
Hard whip that was by the game. A lot of velocity there. And Hogan smashing into those turnbuckles and coming right back out to his, right on his gut. And now momentum has certainly changed. You can see it. You can feel it.
It started with that slap earlier. That was smart of Triple H. I mean, he knew what to do to take these Hulkamaniacs right out of this match. Because that's what Hulk feeds on.
And over the game, looking for the pedigree. And Hogan quickly countered. Hogan countered. And now what's he going to do here? Hogan catapulting the game into the top turnbuckle. And now Hogan with a cradle. Hollywood Hogan with a cradle in the game. Powered out, got the legs, used his legs to power out of that cradle by Hogan. And Hogan retaliates with one of his best offensive maneuvers, a straight right hand.
A big, huge fist of the Hulk man.
And Hogan now picking up, beginning to build momentum against the game. Straight right hands. Hogan scored the first attempted pinfall in this matchup, if you recall, and is now using nothing but basic straight ahead stuff. Look at that! Oh. Hogan, the modified neck breaker, almost a diamond cutter like move by Hogan, taking down the game, and now reaching back for the leg, and the game kicked out. Hogan wanting a faster count. Man, we have had all those.
Be thankful Ric Flair's not in this match.
We've had our share of problems with the counts tonight and the officiating. Again, I'm not going to get into that Flair story. The game went right downstairs on that left knee of Hollywood Hulk Hogan, and I know Hogan wears a knee brace on that knee.
Well, that just demonstrates just how important this match is.
The crowd was booing, but it's a legal maneuver. The game's not doing anything illegal. He's very aggressive, but rightfully so. The game's championship is on the line. And as I said, the WWF Undisputed title means as much to the game as it could possibly mean to any human being.
And obviously Triple H realizes that he's definitely onto something with that leg there.
And of course, as we have mentioned, the winner of this match awaits The Undertaker. And Triple H hammering away. Oh, ironic, The Undertaker meeting the WWF champion at Judgment Day.
Oh my God.
And Hogan, you hear Hogan.
Yeah, he's in some serious pain.
He certainly is.
That leg,
Hogan has had numerous surgeries on that left knee. And over the years, in his over 2-decade career, he's had his share of knee injuries.
And that's why, JR, they call Triple H the cerebral assassin. You know, he does his homework. He probably knows every injury that Hulk Hogan has sustained throughout his entire career.
And if anybody knows about leg injuries and the delicacy of a knee and a thigh, it's the game. Because he endured 8 months of rehab. Hogan writhing in pain, screaming in pain as the game just drove his elbow, and Hogan trying to intervene here. And right now the game is continuing to build the momentum, and when he's destroyed the vertical base of Hollywood Hulk Hogan, there's not going to be any big foots to the face or any leg drops if your opponent's on his back.
What I'm seeing, JR, is I'm seeing Triple H do exactly what he told the world he was going to do. He looked at Hulk Hogan as an obstacle, and he was going to run him over.
And now the game focusing on that left knee of Hollywood Hulk Hogan, and Hogan is...
What we're seeing here, JR, is Triple H's pedigree, and no pun intended there.
Triple H has effectively taken these Hulkamaniacs right out of the ballgame. This crowd somewhat silent right now, as Hogan, as you can see, he is writhing. He's trying to figure out some way to take some of that pressure off his injured knee, and that left knee is just being tortured by the game. And everything the game is doing is methodical and legal.
Listen, here come these Hulkamaniacs. They're not silent anymore.
I can guarantee the more these Hulkamaniacs get in this match, the louder they are, the more effective it will be for Hollywood Hulk Hogan.
Well, they're not being very effective right now, but...
the game looked like he was thinking about a figure-4 leg lock. And Hogan kicked out of it, and the game, relentless and extremely focused on that left leg, and this crowd's booing, but the game's doing nothing illegal. He just...
No, you're right, he's not doing anything he said he wasn't going to do.
So what we've got here is Triple H is relentless on that knee, but Triple H is finding himself in the same position The Rock was at WrestleMania. This is a very pro Hollywood Hogan crowd.
Why is that, JR? Do you understand it? Do you get it?
I would like to be able to tell you I have all the answers. I don't. If the Hulkamaniacs, it's an intangible. How describe what Hulkamania is. It's a feeling. It's an emotion. It's the best way I can describe it. And the game now up to his vertical base. Look at the physics of this encounter. The game on a vertical base using the step over leg lock. And now again, and Hogan powered out with that one good leg and took the game right to the turnbuckle. But Triple H still maintains that vertical base, and now out of frustration, the game hammering those right hands on that rather ample-sized head of the challenger. And a choke, quite frankly, a blatant choke.
And you're right, and the people here are booing. And you got to wonder, what is it about Hulkamania? What is it about the Hulk? Why are the majority of these fans for an athlete that, well, I mean, when you look at the two of them, let's face it, Hulk's in his late 40s. Oh, wait a minute.
The game trying to set in the figure four, and he's got it. Triple H with a figure four leg lock on Hollywood Hulk Hogan. And Hogan is a long, long way from the ropes.
Big trouble, big trouble.
Hogan's hopes and dreams may be going up right up in smoke. They're being flushed by the game down the drain. And the game with all that strength and power on the figure four. And Hogan, if he could turn the game over to the game's stomach, he'll relieve the pressure, but
look at the game.
And Triple H, he's taking a shortcut here, using the unfair advantage.
Well, don't think Hogan wouldn't do the same thing if he had the opportunity, JR.
There's no doubt about that. You're right about that. Hogan will do anything he has to do to become the WWF champion one more time. Hogan has called himself the Babe Ruth of the WWF. And I believe that this is his last chance to compete with the WWF title. And Hogan now, he knows the counter to the figure four. He's trying to roll the game over, but Triple H using those ropes again to his fullest advantage, right or wrong, and it's not right, and it's very effective.
Well, there's the referee making a mistake. He's not seeing what Triple H is doing. Uh-oh, now the referee is looking, he's got it turned.
And Hogan's turned it. The pressure now is on the legs of the game. Hollywood Hulk Hogan has put the pressure on that bad knee of Triple H. Let's not forget his liabilities once his knee is twisted and punished.
Uh-oh. Sleeper hold.
Triple H navigating Hogan to the ropes on one leg. That wasn't a pretty sight because Hogan is just damn near a one-legged man right now. Now a sleeper hold, certainly a modified version thereof, has Hulk Hogan again in a hell of a bad position. And again, the Hulkamaniacs starting to stir, starting to attempt to interject their momentum, their adrenaline into the big frame of the challenger, Hollywood Hulk Hogan.
Well, that's what Hulk needs, but right now it's not working.
Hogan's hand.
Whoa! Uh-oh!
And he says it's not over yet.
He may hold up right here.
Hogan won his first WWF title 18 years ago. And comes with a desperation suplex that at least is going to buy the challenger a little bit of time. Hogan's left leg, there you see, he's moving that right leg around. Look at the left leg, just lying like this, a limp.
Well, that bought Hogan some time, but you can't help but feel that Hogan is running out of time because the longer this match goes, the more it favors Triple H.
Hogan countering Triple H and scoring with the right hand. Triple H has got to try to get back to those legs of Hollywood Hulk Hogan. Hogan with an adrenaline rush here. And the sledge right to the head of the undisputed champion.
Here he goes.
And Hogan now with another adrenaline rush. Sending the game for the ride. Up the big foot.
Wait a minute.
Hogan got the foot.
Wait a minute, JR.
And the leg. It's going to be over here.
Look, do you see what I see?
Hogan's got the, wait a minute. Chris Jericho just assaulted Earl Hebner. What the hell is this about? Hogan had this match won. It just got screwed by Jericho. And Jericho with a chair shot. The chair, steel chair bouncing off Hogan's head. Triple H is calling. He's calling toward Hogan. Jericho's trying to revive the referee. Jericho does not want Hogan to win this match. What a bitter human being is Chris Jericho.
Maybe worse than what happened to the Flair. Wait a minute, look at this.
And the game wants, he does not want any of Jericho's help. Face buster by the game. Jericho's got no business out here. And the bitter former Undisputed Champion being evicted from the premises. Hogan had the match won, quite frankly. Hogan's trying to hulk up here.
Yes, he is.
My God, can it be? Can you think it's going to happen? Is this reality or is this a dream for Hogan? Is it perception or reality? Hogan now sending the game for the right. And Hogan again. Hogan with a big foot.
The big leg drop.
And the leg drop did not score. The game aborted the leg drop on that occasion. Hogan going to the well the second time, but the game aborted contact. And Triple H going downstairs. Well, Triple H loading Hogan up. The pedigree. Hogan's head, his face through the canvas with a pedigree. This one is going to be over. Triple H is, oh my God. The Undertaker just struck the referee.
What the hell?
The Undertaker just struck the referee right in the head.
I don't think the referee knew what hit him.
The Undertaker didn't want Triple H to win this match. Oh, man. God almighty. You can hear a human being's skull just being cracked and his brain scrambled. Triple H knocked down, and look at the Undertaker. He's pulling Hogan over to cover Triple H. And Hogan says, hell no, I don't want your help. I don't need your help.
Look at this.
Hogan scores the right hands. More right hands. Clothesline on the Undertaker. Look out here. The leg drop. Hogan got the leg drop. The referee's there. There's a count. Hogan has done it. My God, he's done it.
Oh my God.
Undisputed World Wrestling Federation Champion, Hollywood Hogan.
We have witnessed a rebirth of Hulkamania. Hulkamania is alive. Hulkamania is real. It is reality.
And you believe it. And you believe it. Look at this.
Is it perception or is it reality? Tonight, it is by God reality.